All ragey on the Southern Front. A secret castle invasion. Some yummy goat milk. And a little pet contest retribution. Hello, crawlers, and welcome to episode 6 of our book 7 Dungeon Crawler Carl review of This Inevitable Ruin. We're discussing chapters 22 through 26 today. And this one is actually not that many chapters.
No, it went by quick.
Or at least not this much length. Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Honestly, you gave the assignment, and I was done by the time I got home.
Right, me too. I on my way home, I was almost done, got out of the car, listened for about 15 more minutes, and I was done.
He messaged me about this, and I went, oh, good.
I figured that's what you were going to say.
Because it's just been a hustle. You know what? Honestly, I started listening to it this morning and making all of my notes from just this morning, and I was able to get it done in time for me to be
impressive.
Like, hey, we can even start a little earlier today if you guys wanted.
Yeah.
It is short, but it is like a good self-contained selection of chapters.
It ends at a good spot.
Oh, man.
At a really good spot.
That's at a great spot. But before we get into all that, we have a couple of notes for you guys. First off, if you want to help support this show, you can go to patreon.com/hellocrawlers and make a per-monthly pledge, and you can also have access to our deep crawls. Another note, people pointed out that some people weren't enjoying that we now have ads on our episodes.
Oh.
So I've been uploading our whole back catalog again onto the Patreon site on its own RSS feed. So if you subscribe there and you become a patron, you can get everything ad-free. Video, audio, all of it.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
It is. I think I've gone through book 4. So I have 5 and 6, which are just short. No, I'm kidding. It's a lot of episodes. 5 and 6, and then I'll get the rest of 7 up on
When did you decide to become the hardest working man in show business?
I'm sweating, man. I am sweating.
But you're doing
so
it.
humid out. That's why I'm sweating.
Well, yeah, it's kind of warm in here, too.
I might have to hit the AC here in a second.
Yeah.
I'll do that right now.
No time like the present.
Another way to help support this show is through hellocrawlers.com/store. There, I don't know if you fans have been paying attention, but a whole bunch of shirts have been popping up, a lot of merch, a lot of DCC related stuff, and a lot of it looks a little bit AI.
What? Oh, not mine.
A lot of it does, though, that is popping up elsewhere.
Oh, right.
Okay. I thought you were saying his. I was
No.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, what the fuck?
No, I'm saying elsewhere in the World Wide Web.
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole bunch of AI DCC art that's popping up all over the place, and it's not the best. But Rubio hand draws everything and has a lot of cool, unique ideas and stuff popping up constantly. So get your stuff from a local artist. Shop local. Shop Hello Crawlers.
hellocrawlers.com/store.
And there's so much to choose from with so many price points.
Shills.
I have I don't know if there's going to be new stuff by the time this comes out. I think so. I already have some stuff done.
Damn. I mean, you're like every other day, you're like, look at this one. Here's another one. Look at this. I'm like, fuck, how are you drawing this fast?
Hey, is this part of our fewer ads campaign?
Less ads. Just buy his stuff.
We are pimping our shit.
Yeah.
Our shit needs to be pimped.
Yes. Another thing I wanted to note, it has been a year of us doing this show.
I was wondering about that. And then you said it.
Yeah, our first episode was April 18th or 25th or somewhere around there. Been going for a year.
I'm proud of that.
Yeah, we were recording the show a little bit before that even, but
yeah,
we started releasing them. I think we had like 3 in the can.
Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to laugh about the fact that we roped you in for over a year of this thing. We were like, it'll be like a couple episodes, man. It'll just be a few.
Not gonna lie, it did seem like when you first got start talking to me, like it'd only be a few months.
We know what the sales pitch has to be versus the reality.
I was like, Grant, does he know what he's in for? He's like, yeah, he's fine.
You guys know my track record. How long I'll stick with something.
Yup. Even sticking with this sinking ship. We have a couple of questions and posts I wanted to note real quick. One thing that you brought up last episode was that when Carl disables the thing in his mind, the AI is let loose and its sphere of influence starts expanding.
Right. He turns off the whatever was limiting it to the planet.
Right.
Yeah.
So it expands, and now it's encompassing people on the surface, which brings in a whole new question of, can the AI just give people abilities on the surface?
Theoretically, I think.
Right?
I don't know. I mean, nothing like that has been broached so far.
I guess I was just kind of curious, because now that we've also established that all Earthlings had within them this seed that has access to the interface,
True.
this little grain of sand, the surface people would have that as well, which just means there's a spin-off idea right there for a whole other parallel storyline going on in the surface.
Is this something you plan to write? Some fan fiction?
No, I want more work from Matt, because more news came out recently that he's looking at 10 books as his limit, and book 9 is just going to be split into 2, and that's his trick. Finish at 10.
Right.
So
Didn't he always say 10?
yeah,
He's been saying 10 for a while.
Yeah.
But I think the way he puts it now is there's 9 books and book 9 is 2 books.
Oh, back in the day, I would have taken umbrage with that. Like, God damn it. But it's just standard now.
Yeah.
You get the things where it's like, it's only 10 movies, but 2 parts to this movie number 8 or 9. You're like, all right.
just keeps going.
Yeah.
Let's see. From Theo Harris Guerrera, I love the patron names placed in the book. And then I'm listening to you reading your patrons at the end, and yeah, that's how you get names like that. We have silly names. They got silly names in the book. It all tracks. Jay says, from what I understand about the segment where Carl wakes up with his fists covered in gore and everyone laying around dead, this wasn't a specific presence, just during the tussle of the demigod Russian nesting doll of spider souls. I think Carl never really transformed. I think She Maria killed everyone with Carl's body while trying to fight the drug effects. See, I'm not sure. I think
No. It very specifically talked about her legs going out and slicing people.
So I thought that was interesting, but this idea, like, it is confusing to other people, is what I wanted to point out too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't just so you could read this person's questions and go, nah.
Well, I think when I read it the first time, I read it a little different way. Life in Lara Land says Grant always riles folks up with his shipping. He can't help it. It's nonsense. Move along. Also, I love that we have completed 7 books with neither Carl or Donut in a relationship. I love the friendship at the front.
Yeah, that's great. You do say, oh, Carl had sex with Signet, and oh, Carl and Katya. Oh,
is that my voice?
Yeah, that's you.
Okay, just want to verify. That's very accurate.
Yeah.
See, I couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, it's amazing. You close your eyes. Yeah, you do that all the time, and it's always no.
Maybe.
No.
Okay.
The series seems to be quite devoid of relationships. Matter of fact, Katya and Bautista getting together was a bit of a surprise. Like, somebody did.
I kind of like the lack of romance here. Like, nothing feels fucking forced.
Yes, it's only TV shows where they feel the need to put people together and have a romance. Because in real life, you're fighting for your life. It's like, get away from me. I'm not even thinking about that right now.
You're covered in blood. You're covered in stinky, smelly blood.
Yeah.
No thanks.
No. Maybe later. Maybe. I don't know.
I hate at the end of action movies when someone's all cut up and bleeding and then they kiss. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Don't kiss his bloody face. That's disgusting.
Or they decide to get through the sexual tension and make out or make eyes at each other while they're being chased. They're like, hey, you got something bigger happening right now.
Now is not the time.
Yeah, there's a shark after you.
And last comment was from Rachel Suda, who says, when they're talking about why Carl was able to split up like that, they said She Maria has a god inside herself. Is that her husband that she ate?
I assume it is.
Yeah, that was my feeling.
So she's a demi-goddess or whatever, but Hapanzi living inside of her, and her inside of Carl is that Russian nesting doll thing. Anyway.
Russian nesting god.
Russian nesting god. All right, folks, I think that about covers it. We have a homework assignment for you, which is going to be Book 7 of This Inevitable Ruin, chapters 27 through 31. 27 through 31. And before we jump in,
Yeah.
I think it's Hat Watch time.
It is Hat Watch. It's Hat Watch.
Oh, God, he brought like a special hat.
Hat Watch time.
Is that your Willy Wonka hat?
It is my Willy Wonka hat. You remember that from our Halloween, whereas Willy Wonka.
Okay, so the way Grant comes up to improve the podcast is silly hats.
Yeah.
No, it was hats.
No. His was the beards.
I wanted beards.
Oh.
But since Donut's into hats, I said, like, hey, let's make it hats instead.
I'm leaning in, baby.
This fucking rock bottom. God.
All right, so we start on chapter 22.
Your hat's all full of lint and shit.
No, it's fine.
Oh, it looks terrible.
It doesn't show up on camera.
Okay.
I'm cutting that out.
Yeah.
Cutting it out. I look great.
You look like you need an everlasting gobstopper. Fucking Martin needs a mint julep.
Maybe some zinc on my nose.
Yes. We start with chapter 22, where we meet Colonel Boomer. And I feel like this is Matt trying to rehab the term boomer because this guy's cool as fuck.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah.
He looks like a fermented bulldog with elf ears chomping on a cigar. He's a little tough, badass survivor of the very first crawl and a vocal advocate for getting rid of the crawl out in the wider galaxy ever since.
Yeah, so much so he gets himself into trouble.
Yeah, he said he was going to fist fuck a guy at CrawlCon. And
To death.
To death?
To death.
No, not just a friendly fist fucking.
Oh, stop being sexual.
And then apparently he actually did straight up kill someone else and went into hiding at some point. But we learned that Porthos, while disavowing him publicly, had kept him as a buddy and a contact and has brought him in here. And this guy just commands a certain degree of respect. He seems to have a leadership quality that I think we're just sold on immediately. I guess he's like an Arlie, Ermy, or whatever kind of guy.
Yeah. Without the racist stuff removed.
Maybe.
So far.
To be seen.
Yeah, there's still a lot of book left.
His name is Boomer. So Boomer has a catchphrase, which is "fuck the cheese sticks."
He just keeps calling any of these off-world enemies cheese sticks.
Cheese sticks. And where does this come from?
Well, I am assuming in book one, Carl calls the maestro a cheese dick, right? And I'm assuming a lot of these people have been watching The Crawl and they just kind of misheard it as cheese sticks. So I don't know if they ever like talk about this being the truth in the book. It's kind of headcanon right now, but it seems to me like it's a misheard piece of vernacular that kind of spread.
Yeah. I mean, so far where we are, they haven't, cleared that up. But the way they kept saying cheese sticks made me think of that episode of South Park with Kanye, where it's like, you like fish dicks.
Yeah.
It's really fish sticks, but fish dicks. And over and over, that kept popping in my head. It's like, that's got to be what it is. Because calling somebody a cheese stick is like, okay, kind of a mild insult.
Sure.
So we know that Boomer also smells good, according to Donut.
Mm-hmm.
I made note of that just so that later that might be important that he smells good.
Like cedar.
Oh, should we ship the two of them?
Yeah, but they probably hooked up at some point. I mean, he smells good.
Smells like cedar and acorns.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I guess. Carl is looking at entrances in the Naga territory. She's checking out the whole layout of the terrain, who the enemy is. That's their enemy down to the south, and that's who they're currently at the front of the southern front. That's where the Naga territory is.
Right.
We also know that the Naga are the Blood Sultanate. That is the family line that has the tiara they need to kill that entire family line so that Donut can proceed to the 10th floor, as well as Katya.
Mhm.
Right. They're both in that family, that line of succession.
So
And you
within
said as well as Katya, but it's more of a either or.
either or.
Right.
Yeah. They have to kill, and then only one person can survive between Donut and Katya.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, Katya eats a certain flower that allows her to skip down to the 12th floor. But that's all to say that within this set of chapters that we're discussing today, there's a little bit of a bait and switch to us, the reader, where we're led to believe that Carl and Donut are planning a secret infiltration attack of the Naga castle.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like to me.
It did not seem that way to me.
Really?
Yes, because earlier Tippett had said, like, that's not going to be so easy. Like, I know you want to do that, but that might not, now might not be the time.
Okay.
Well, I just figured they're talking about where the location of the castle is.
Mhm.
They're very specific. It's 8 miles away from their current location. How do we get there? How do we create a distraction in order to infiltrate?
He's rationalizing it, but we're both just dumb.
Trust me,
It doesn't have to
I'm
be
more
that.
likely to be the dumb one.
Look at his hat. We are dumb.
So Tran is there, like, helping call the shots on this battlefront. Tran seems to have really stepped into this role of the strategist down there, coordinating with all the various teams. He's like the project coordinator. And I think it's kind of interesting seeing the roles that all of our ancillary cast of characters have kind of fallen into,
Mhm.
with Florin being this kind of lead general, Brittany being the liaison to the NPCs.
Mhm.
I don't know what Katya is up to, but Ellie being a spy, Louis being the person who flies a plane. They all kind of have their roles they've been slotted into.
Yeah,
And then I guess Carl and Donut are just the scary leaders of it all.
pretty much. Yeah, and last time we left with the, okay, now it's our turn, but we don't jump into the our turn right away.
Right? Isn't that kind of weird?
Well, I mean, it does set you up for like, oh, here it comes. And it's like, well, wait, not yet. Like, when you're on a roller coaster and you're up that first big hill
Uh-huh.
and you think, oh, it comes a big drop, but it's not the big drop.
It's a little,
It's
dip
a
to
little
make you
drop
go.
and it take you around a bit. Then comes the big drop.
Yeah, it's a delayed gratification thing
Mhm.
because now it's our turn. All right, so to the planning phase. Everyone
Yeah.
gather around here. We're going to have a meeting, or 2 chapters of that, chapter and a half.
But last time they were on their back foot. And in this planning, they're moving forward. Like, okay, you get here, get that over there. They aren't so much taking it, but they're proactive at this point.
Yeah, and everything that even like all the planning are steps toward a goal.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't like they're just sedentary for a while. I mean, they're actually moving towards something.
Do you think, like, structurally, in the previous books, we've come across these action sequences that do just kind of happen rapid fire? It doesn't seem so much like there is set up an explanation of the mechanics, but either this one's more complex or there's maybe a greater purpose to why he wants to more detailed articulate all the different components and parts here.
It sets it up in a way so that when things pop off, you understand it. It's like the structure is built. It's not like, well, this happened because I needed it to happen.
Right. There's a lot of moving parts here.
Mm-hmm.
And if things just happened, it might feel a little cheap.
Yeah.
You get to see things move around and move into place before they kind of go off.
Well, it's kind of dense, it's kind of complex, and making notes, this was another one where I had to listen and listen and
Of
listen
course.
again, just kind of figure out all the moving parts that were going on here.
Well, because during this time, these things are moving, they're being put together, and you don't have a good visual of how it's going to come together. So it does feel like, all right, some somewhat random things are happening. I'm not sure what this means. I wish I could attach it to something. And then comes the attachment where you're like, oh, it's like you got several people building on something in different areas that is all going to be pushed together.
Yeah, you don't see the full puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
I notice that when I casually listen, this stuff all just kind of gets glossed over.
Washes over you.
Yeah, it's for the bigger picture.
Yeah.
So I imagine a lot of people are in the same camp of listening to this and not knowing the exact details of like how all this is structured, because is this fluff and like like we can move past this, but I do think there's actually a lot of interesting details here.
Yeah, it often doesn't come together for me until the second listen.
Yeah. So on the enemy side, we have it's Naga territory, but they aren't really seeing Naga out there. They are seeing some of the Dream. They're seeing a troop from the Madness called Monkey Wrenchers. There's about 100 of them who LECs go invisible. There's a lot of Prism flags. So the Prism army and mercenaries are represented pretty heavily up front on the front lines of the South.
And those are the Sacathians.
Princess Donatia's people.
Right.
Yeah.
Squid faces.
Although I don't know if the mercenaries are squid faces or they're just kind of random mercenaries that got assigned to her faction.
I
and
hope
got a flag.
they're squid faces.
Okay. They are trying to figure out where everything is laid out, especially the trenches, because they want to strategize how they're going to hit these trenches. And what we know is on the enemy side, across from this 250 meters, which I did look up. This is very American of me, but I looked up how much that distance is in football fields. So it's 2.25 football fields.
Okay.
So I felt that's better for me.
Thank you, because everything that's in kilometers, I'm like, I don't know what that means.
We're dumb Americans. We don't get it.
They didn't force us to learn it.
Yeah.
I was in school that 1 year where they tried, and then they just abandoned it.
I didn't know they ever made an effort.
No, they made an effort. I think I want to say I was in 8th grade.
Wow.
But I feel like you should know it better than us then.
That was the thing. Like, just as we were like sort of starting to get it, they just abandoned the whole thing.
Right. It's like Esperanto.
Yeah.
Well, the enemies seem to have 3 main trenches right now. The first one has a whole bunch of soldiers in it. The second one is a fallback position that's mainly empty. And then the third one has all the leadership in that trench.
Mm-hmm.
So, knowing that, they have a plan and a strategy for how they're going to hit them. They do note that up in the north, the people like Batista and Katya and Florin are all fighting orcs, blobs, and some Dream regulars, as well as some Madness up there as well. There are 2 groups that don't really seem to be out and about in the fighting right now. That is the Reavers, who Boomer says are primarily air support and like the biggest threat to Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then the Naga, who are just complete wusses and this lay low the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not surprising they don't really see those 2. Carl reaches out to Brittany, who is the liaison for the NPCs, and checks with them, and they are ready with their changeling spies for a pretty significant role, which we will get to here in a minute. But we also learned that since they're facing the Naga Castle, we know a little bit more of the coordinates of the Naga Castle. It's about 8 miles away. It's actually positioned closer to Shantytown on some rocks. And the Naga Castle is traditionally the first one to fall, but the leader always hides and is never captured. So despite the castle falling, they can never really take over the throne room or they can take over the throne, but they can't kill the leader because the leader just knows where to hide and then comes out at the end laughing about it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because to them it's just a game.
Yep. So the goal there is to figure out where they're hiding and sniff them out. We jump to the next chapter and we start with a note from Crawler Aussie. I don't know. Have we heard from Aussie previously?
I think we've had like 1 note prior from Aussie. I don't remember what that was, though.
Well, Aussie's note is that confusion essentially is the key to really scaring the enemy, which we're going to get with let's create a whole bunch of crazy confusion with launching what they call Dazzlers from Carl's Trebuchet, which you got back on the Butcher's Masquerade.
Quick note. I want to say Aussie is different from Mordecai's friend Uzzy, which is also different from Uzi Jesus. Those are like 3 distinct characters.
What are you doing, Matt? What are you doing?
I know it's confusing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an important distinction. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Carl and the rest of the crew, Donut, and everyone who's about to run into battle are all getting buffed left and right with a whole bunch of stuff. In fact, there's one point where it's, you've been titivated. And I was like, what's this word titivated? It made smarter or more attractive is what that means. But essentially, he was buffed in a way that prevents projectile weapons from doing as much damage when they hit him.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking that's a curious word that Matt picked up. Or I misheard it. That's also very possible.
Is that you hear that word titivated, and it sounds like it would be something
Titillating.
else. Yeah.
It was not titillating.
No. And just so that for the record, like Grant and I didn't know what this word was because we've never been titivated. Like, we're neither smarter nor more attractive than ever.
But what about with the hat?
Oh, the hat does it.
Yeah.
The hat's very attractive.
Yeah. That's your buff.
Yeah. It's trickle-down handsomeness, I think.
It's like Frosty the Snowman.
Magic.
It's wherever the sweat hits, you become attractive.
Amani shows up and also starts buffing everyone. Amani has a kind of interesting arc here. She's clearly the medic stand-in.
Yeah.
She's a healer and is, when we left her at the last floor, she was pretty broken by a lot of things. She
Yeah,
lost her whole group.
Right. She was almost at a, you guys go on without me kind of point. And now she's taking point.
Yeah, she's there running back and forth, helping people, picking up people. She, once the battle starts, she picks up a couple and drops them into the trench. One's dead.
Yeah.
She's trying to heal people left and right.
But the important thing is, one's dead and she's not broken over it. She's still like, okay, dropped off, healed who I could, back in the field, gotta grab more.
She's putting all of her energy towards saving the people she can.
Mm-hmm.
And fuck, man, the tragedy of her story at the end of the last book is probably the motivating factor of her heroism in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that psychological thing of you either put on blinders to all the pain when like war like this happens, or it breaks you.
Yeah.
And Carl told us it's not going to break him. So we can't let that happen.
You said that a few times.
Like I said, Carl sets up this trebuchet to launch a bunch of what he's called dazzlers. These are devices that have both the alarm trap on them as well as a piercing, blinding beam of light that shoots out in different directions.
The alarm is also piercing.
The alarm is so insanely loud that people's ears are bleeding, they're feeling nauseous, and like they can't focus.
But the beauty of these things is they're launched and they only point at the enemy.
Yeah.
Which
is that true though?
Well, I mean, sound is not something you can just like contain, but at least the light points directly at the enemy.
Yeah, it locks onto a single person and blinds them.
Mm-hmm.
And that, fortunately, the adjutant said was legal. It's a legal magical item that can be used because we're still under the rules where you can't use offensive magic.
Right.
It can all just be defensive.
Mm-hmm.
But this kind of got the green light.
Right. And is that because it's a device and not a spell?
It's probably because it was like charged up and ready to go before Faction War started.
Much like the pets, like the rot stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I guess an alarm trap feels more like a warning to someone else rather than something you use to hurt someone's ears.
I mean, it seems like they're able to use traps as long as they aren't teleport traps.
Right.
Yeah. Baroness Victory apparates onto the scene like the Great Gazoo.
Stop. I read this in your notes. How the fuck do you know who the Great Gazoo is?
Cartoons, baby.
That's from the Flintstones.
Yeah.
From the 60s.
I watched the Flintstones a bunch.
They were in
reruns.
Okay, so here's the thing. Because Grant was maybe the first person I met, at least a geek person. No offense, just part of the tribe, where I realized like my references weren't all valid anymore.
Okay.
Just casually talking to him and Allison about mentioning the Kobayashi Maru. And they're like, what is that? I was like, wait, what? You don't know the Kobayashi Maru? Like, everybody I knew the Kobayashi Maru. And they're like, no. Star Trek, Wrath of Khan? No.
Wow.
And yeah, right. Like, it shook me. Like, oh my God, the next generation is just like not even clued into. So how you would know the Flintstones? And especially the Great Gazoo, who didn't show up until like the 3rd season.
I think when he was a kid in the 90s, they were still latchkey kids, and there was still like a lot of heavily syndicated 60s shows.
I guess.
Because like when I was a kid, like all the Hanna-Barbera cartoons were in reruns.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I would also get a lot of like cartoons recorded and sent to me when I was living in Germany as a kid.
Oh.
A lot of He-Man, but
okay.
also a lot of older stuff like that. So
okay.
I just remember seeing
No.
of...
I've had friends who were like maybe stationed in Germany and they missed that part, or they got things sent to them.
It was the only
time.
thing he could get smuggled over the
wall. That and vodka. I love vodka.
But your
Great Gazoo reference?
Yeah, it was on point.
It is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you conjugated it perfectly, but that I just came across, I was like, how the hell?
I didn't know. I would surprise you there. Okay.
The 3 people over 50 watching this are like, fuck yeah. The Great Gazoo.
Drick is also with Baroness Victory. He does a thing where, like, Carl's like, what are you doing here? You're not going to see much from this room. Like, we can't even see much. Everything's foggy. And he's like, well, I could just go over to the other side and rat you guys out where you are. And Carl's like, the fuck?
I was like that. I was like, why would you say something like that?
Are we combative? What are you doing?
Hey, whose side are you on?
So Drick was one of the choices that they had for adjutant. And I think his point was, I can either do it this way, which might be a little bit distressing to y'all, or the other way I can do this is by going to the other vantage point where I can see what's happening, and that's with the bad guys. So...
No, I got that, but just him to say it like that, it's like...
It felt like a threat in a way.
It did. It totally felt like a threat. An unnecessary threat.
Well, we have a couple moving pieces. We're going to have Louis flying in low, and he's going to do a bombing run with his party planner. The plan is for him to drop a bunch of bombs in a line in front of the already etched out first trench. Not hitting the trench itself, but hitting right in front of it. So that our group can jump into that trench, and then that's when they're going to do all their perpendicular trenches to break it all apart, right?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, it was smart. You do that and knock out all the traps.
Yeah, it's pretty clever. Meanwhile, Ellie is going to be flying up ahead, and she's going to be firing at the missile launchers using one of like these, or using a missile launcher to fire at these anti-air guns to try and protect Louis. While all that's happening, Brittany is sending an NPC team who's going to breach the second trench. This is that second trench that's kind of empty.
Right.
Now, this is where I kind of want you guys to clarify for me what exactly she's doing here. The NPCs are doing here. My understanding is that they went in, they used some sort of spell or a potion that fills the entire space with a liquid.
Yeah.
Right. There were bartenders that got a spell that would fill, and it was like,
vessel?
Yeah, it was to fill glasses up with a liquid which they could then turn into alcohol and serve as drinks. But in this situation, the vessel was the trench, and they'd fill it with liquid, which they then turned into acid.
So they turned it into an acid.
And then they used the magic to disguise it as not acid.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know. Did they disguise it like they had covered up the whole trench so there isn't a trench there? Or they made it look like it's still...
The trench is still there. They just make it look as if it's still water or I don't know if it was water or just not there.
Or empty,
Yeah,
or
empty.
or dirt, or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, they put some sort of illusion on it.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay, that was the main part I didn't really get. And I'm like, what did they put over it? Because initially I thought when I read it, it was that they hid it. Like there's no trench there anymore.
No,
because
because the other side, they to fall back, they were falling back to jump into that trench.
Right, and I was like, are they jumping into like what they think is
They're
dirt then? No.
just jumping into acid.
Yeah.
And that's just fucking gross, man.
It's brutal.
It's brutal.
Really dark.
So everyone arms themselves and they all put on a bunch of ear protection. And Carl's is called "This Thingy Works Slightly Better Than It's Supposed to." That's his ear protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, little
Earplugs.
concert earplugs.
They all take invisibility and they even get illusionary doubles of themselves placed on them before running into battle. Donut promises a prize to whoever kills the most cheese sticks.
Which Carl's like, a prize?
Oh yeah. Because her whole thing is like, I'm trying to use positive reinforcement as opposed to the other generals who are mean. And he's like, well, let's see how that works out for you.
It worked for Mongo.
Yeah.
It's kind of great. I like that there's this positivity and everyone's already aligned with them. They're all
right.
like so dedicated to the cause, but then they're also just making it a point to not be shitty leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck yeah.
Is this where Carl asks her, hey, how are you doing? And she's like, I'm fucking scared.
Yeah, I think it's right before they jump in, or is it right before the assault on the castle?
Yeah, it was right about at this point. Yeah, she says it hits more now after the battle than during the battle. And Carl he wants to pat her on the head and reassure her, but his hand is trembling too much.
Yeah, like they're both like really fucked up about this, and I get it.
Yeah, sure. It's war.
So most of this plan we learned was actually Tippett and Rosetta's. The second part of the plan was Carl's with the help of some of his homies who helped kind of do some other coordination. What we learned is the second part of the plan is the whole using this as a disguise or a confusing front for them to sneak out on Louis' plane to go get Empress Tenodia.
How much do you think came from the internet? The internet chatter that's always speculating.
I mean, it seems like they had some kind of tips about like the trenches working really well.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how much access they have. I guess it seems like Donut might have unfettered access to internet because of the chat.
Yeah, I don't know how much so there was that emergency action item that Ferdinand put in where people couldn't watch feeds or whatever of things happening. I don't know if that has anything to do with any of this, or would.
But I'm thinking like some books ago, like Carl on the talk show saying like, hey, what's your ideas on how to beat this? Or,
Right, when he sourced at the Crawlcon.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I think that the Earthlings seem to also just have a wealth of, we're a very war species, and we have a lot of war culture to kind of pull off of.
I was going to say plucky and scrappy, but okay.
Sure, that works too.
But wait, we are talking about crawlers who are, like Carl said, battle tested, who've been fighting in the dungeon.
Yeah, all of these guys have survived faction wars.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them, not just through grit and moxie, but a lot of cleverness and exploits as well. So I also said grit and moxie. Carl's missing Katya, who is up on the northern front, and he's realizing he hasn't had a chance to talk with her since that whole dream thing. And
now is not the time.
Yeah, maybe later.
So she chats him and is like, Carl, I need to tell you something, but not now. Stop it! Stop doing this!
Why are you doing violence with your hands to an invisible friend?
Stop making me anxious. Louis does go ahead and bomb the trenches, and this has 3 things that it does. It makes a trench in the front for them our squad to jump into. It spews a whole bunch of dirt up onto the people in the actual first trench, and it also clears all the traps out of the way. So Carl's like, yeah, it's doing a great thing. They launch the Dazzlers into the air, and these all play the 1992 hit, which first peaked in the year 2020, Killing in the Name by Rage Against the Machine.
Peaked at number 3.
Peaked at number 3.
In 2020. And even the AI is like, wait, what? Okay, I guess.
I spent some time looking it up because I'm like, what happened in 2020 that made this significant?
COVID.
I guess we all just wanted to like fuck up the system because of that.
No, it was a BLM. The Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, and there was a cover by Machine Gun Kelly and Travis Barker that might have also just boosted the regular one. I don't know if it was that.
Yeah, it was like it was the protest song of the time.
Yeah.
For BLM. And there was like a music video with Travis Barker and Machine Gun Kelly, and they did a pretty fine cover of it. Like when I was a teenager is when the original one came out, so like that was like a badass song for me. And I was pretty good with their cover. I usually don't like covers of stuff, but they did a pretty damn good job.
Anyway, it's a fucking great song. And I think that we had a post on Reddit where someone was saying what should be the theme song. What theme song like do you feel like goes well with DCC? And I think Killing in the Name of a lot of people really liked.
I think
just has a good vibe.
For me, it changes. Like there's a bunch of different songs. I can think book by book.
Changes by Tupac?
No, not Changes by Tupac.
By David Bowie.
By David Bowie is what I meant. There, now I'm back to being young again.
No, the Ozzy Osbourne. I'm going through changes.
Is that menopause?
They launch into battle, and this is like an old school World War II land war. Carl describes entering into battle like a dream where you're just running forever and not really getting anywhere. And he's getting these notifications that are like plink, 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 plink. Yeah. And that's all these fallen fellow crawlers. And every one that he hears is just like, I was going to say a bullet to the chest, but I guess not.
Well, stab in the heart. But as he says that, I felt that too.
Yeah, like just hearing Jeff narrate the plink, 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 and knowing that, oh, that's like more people that are dying for this shared cause.
Well, he says that, and then right after he talks about somebody with a machine gun just mowing people down.
Yeah, and that the plinks don't just happen in one part of this. Yeah. Like he'll give some more description, give some more talk about what's going on, and then you'll hear more plinks, and it's just like, fuck, dude. It's like relentless.
Yeah, to the point where he had to just mute it.
During all of this chaos, Carl takes a second and is thinking about the fireflies at his grandparents' house in Texas. He said, we didn't have fireflies in Seattle. And I'm like, really? You don't? Huh. What a shitty place to live.
That's interesting, because you got that band Owl City from Seattle that
did the song Fireflies.
Yeah.
Sus. Check your facts. Maybe there are some fireflies up there. Up there, they call them lightning bugs.
In DC, we called them lightning bugs.
When I was in Ohio, we called them lightning bugs.
In Laredo, we called them demons.
La Llorona.
In Laredo, we call them El Cucuy. Laredo's on the border of Mexico. That's El Cucuy.
Carl is notified that his soul poisoning from his back patch that he still hasn't deployed the daughter's kiss from is really taking its toll, and now he will suffer what's called post-coital blues. A debuff we'll learn about here in a minute.
I mean, I get you got to be strategic about it, but the way it's making him like sick to his stomach, he's doubling over in pain. Like, I can take a headache or toothache all day, but a stomachache, center of gravity. I'm not getting anything done.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, go run out in the forest and kick a tree real quick.
Yeah.
Just deploy that. Get it out of there.
Right.
I think it has to be to a mob or to a person, or he can't just do a tree.
This thing is a
They'd be
curse.
like, you're not pulling your weight. Come over here.
Yeah. Hey,
For the cause.
hey, Jamal.
Yeah, exactly.
I like Jamal.
People
Sorry.
apparently like Jamal. I don't know
Oh,
what you're
yeah,
saying
yeah.
there.
Don't talk about Jamal.
I also like Jamal. I was just fucking around before. Like, don't at me.
A de-shrouded spell hits the entire everyone, and all of the buffs that have happened, the sound protection, the invisibility, the doppelganger,
Smoke.
all the smoke, everything is gone. It's immediate pain for everyone. They all
Mhm.
double over in pain. Carl looks out and he can actually see the enemies because all the smoke's cleared. It's almost like the whole description of everything just reminds me of these periods where time like slows down for Carl as he's like taking everything in and like really richly describing it.
I thought about when you're in a strip club and then it's 2 a.m. and they suddenly cut the lights on and you're like, oh my God, I got to get out of here. I feel so exposed.
Cockroaches scatter.
Yeah.
Every time I was in a strip club and they cut the lights on, the first thing I would see is Martin over there somewhere. It's like,
Go.
Martin,
Oh,
you over here?
great kazoo.
Every time, strip club, 2 a.m.,
No matter where you
lights
were.
cut off, there's fucking Martin's over there. It's like, I haven't seen. I didn't know you were here. I'm like, I'm always here.
I'm always here.
Oh man. They run and drop into the crater. Carl's like, everyone back up. I'm about to read this scroll. And he reads the scroll, like we said, to intersect the other trenches. I'm not sure how far out it goes. It feels like it at least bisects the first trench. Does it actually go into the second trench?
I think it
It's a little
like
unclear.
connects all the trenches
Oh,
with
does
the
it?
third trench. I thought so.
I mean, I
Because
thought maybe only the first one, but
I
it could've.
feel like it's only the first one now that we know that second one becomes its own kind of shipping container swimming pool of acid or whatever.
yeah,
you know?
yeah, right.
So him and a whole bunch of other people all in a row in this one trench all start making lines this way, perpendicular, just cutting into the other one. And their trench is lower, so it's dropping everyone that's in that, all the enemies in the other trench. They're falling, getting hurt, and already writhing in pain because of all the sound alarms.
It's pretty rad.
Yeah.
And then it's just easy pickings for him. Carl looks and sees a Sacathian enemy, which is like Empress Denadia, who is writhing around on the ground, struggling, and he smiles and he's just like, fuck the Sacathians.
Does the Sacathian make eye contact with him? Because that was the impression I got, like when he smiled at him. Like,
Ooh, I don't know. If it was, I bet the AI popped in. He leaps in the air and Daughter's Kiss explodes this
lands on him with his
Sacathian.
feet, jumps up in the air, foot to the chest.
It's a foot. It's
Yeah.
a foot crushing.
And then he's out cold.
Yeah. But,
Just immediately fucking out.
but yeah, it sounds like it's just like a huge release, explosion or whatever that just throws so much dirt up in the air on top of everybody. But yeah, he's out.
He's out for 30 seconds with the postcoital blues debuff, which is called post-nut clarity.
Mhm.
I like that. He goes, oh, this could be really dangerous.
It's like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, you black out for 30 seconds after deploying your shit.
Yeah, it's like, I can't let that happen again. Oh my God, everybody's been telling you that.
Yeah.
Also, soul poisoning doesn't sound great.
Yeah, right?
Every time you hear that, you should run and kill something real quick.
Hey, bro, are you okay? You got food poisoning? No, I got soul poisoning. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That's way worse.
Yeah, I'd rather have just a little upset tummy, man.
I had a bad McNugget versus soul poisoning.
Carl gets a level up from doing the Daughter's Kiss. He gets a new message in his notifications, and he doesn't say what this message is, but he does tell us that Donut will be pissed when he picks his next stat point. Whatever that might mean.
Yeah, well, that's pretty cryptic.
I glossed. I don't remember this at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, him. Yeah, it's the thing he said. She's going to be pissed. And you're like, what?
What are you
What
gonna
is it that
do?
she wants that he's about to get?
Yeah. He blew apart the trench, covered everyone in dirt. Amani's like, don't do that again. He looks and sees like where.
It's almost a waste of breath to tell Carl, don't do that again.
Right.
Yeah, what's he gonna do? Like, I'm gonna do it twice now.
Yeah, right?
I'm gonna do it more. Don Quixote went up from level 45 to 52. He only knows this through looking at like the stats of his fellow soldiers, but he's like, what the fuck is Don Quixote in that Cumsock doing?
Right.
And now he's a full-on financial planner, I guess.
Yeah. He's opened his own Charles Schwab. Team Retribution, the spies, went and infiltrated that second trench and cast their illusion. So now that one is in play and volatile. Ellie, meanwhile, takes out a second air assault anti-air battery, and Louis lands the plane back behind Carl and crew. Carl quickly transfers his command over to Boomer, says, you got the reins here, and keep them fighting, keep them distracted. We don't want them surrendering. And
Nick Offerman, right? For
Boomer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Do you have a Carl pick?
I don't.
Everyone on the internet is trying to cast way too old of people.
Well, everybody forgets that Carl's only 27 years old.
Yeah, he's a kid.
Yeah. They're all like, it should be Mandy Patinkin. They're not going that old. I'm kidding. But they are saying like Alan Richardson, Jack Reacher guy.
Uh-huh.
He's like 45.
He's too old. Or the Jensen Ackles, people say a lot.
Yeah.
The Homelander guy.
Yeah, he's like, they're all 50.
Yeah.
These are all too old. I did see a couple of interesting ones, though. The big dude who played Frankenstein and was also in Euphoria.
Jacob Elordi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's big.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty big. He's like 6'5".
Someone said Joe Keery, who is the kid with the goofy hair in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, no. And then I was like,
I could kind of see it.
Actually, he's got a bit of swagger.
Yeah.
And I would have said no to Chris Evans before he became Captain America. I was like, oh, fuck, you can really put on muscle and weight if you want to.
Right.
So it's possible.
Plus, when you cast for television or movies, you want a character, at least an actor, who has comedic chops, because you're gonna want that back and forth.
Right.
So Joe Keery, yeah, it's one of those where at first you might go, but it's like, I could see it.
Yeah, late 20s, early 30s. Got to be a big guy. Like 6'4", I think Carl is.
Yeah.
I still want the guy from A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I think that guy is perfect. But he's also, there's rumors that guy's also in demand for being Beast in the in Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Really?
So I thought it was wild, but I guess he's British.
Oh, speaking of which, Fraser Crane is Carl.
Perfect. Yeah.
Let's get a little. What the hell's his name?
Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, let's get him as Carl.
Start the campaign, guys.
It's more of a Mordecai.
Oh, that could actually be kind of cool.
Yeah.
People are like, Alan Tudyk. We should do this on the fucking Deep Crawl.
Oh, yeah.
You want to cast some people?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Bonnie is a scout on Party Planner when the plane lands, and Carl's like, what the fuck's she doing here? She's a little kid. Cut it out. And it's like, well,
Carl,
it's too late, dude.
Yeah. You got to get over yourself with this.
Let it go. But Donut picked and said she could be on there because Louis like, hey, blame Donut. And Donut goes, she's older than me, Carl. Which I'm like, oh, yeah. Donut the cat is like, what, 2-3 years old?
She's 4 years old.
4 years old?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that I think that's important. Like,
she sounds like a 6-year-old British woman.
She sounds like the queen.
Yeah.
But there are some interesting things that I think Carl kind of has to rationalize when putting Donut through things.
Or letting her pick who gets to be on planes or in their team protection.
He was out of it. Hey, maybe if you don't get spiders inside of you.
Like, why is Donut at 4 years old, able to do this, but a human, like, is that a human at...
Also, it's a gnome.
9?
It's Bonnie the gnome. She's capable.
I guess she's a gnome, yeah.
Yeah, she's been around for a bit. And do cats age like dogs?
I don't know.
Because what's that, putting her at 20?
21?
She's the same age as Carl, 28?
It's actually like, so dogs live like 11, 12 years. Cats can live 20 years.
Yeah.
So they have a bit of a longer lifespan.
It's like 15.
Yeah.
Carl leaves
Deep crawl.
Carl leaves Amani on the battlefield to keep protecting people. It's actually a pretty good moment between them where she's like, go on, Carl. I got this. Louis is flying the group to an enemy castle, not 8 miles away, but 30 miles away. That's where I first went, oh, this isn't the Naga Castle. Because, again, a reminder, I have forgotten this entire book. I read this before. I don't remember shit.
You know what is 8 miles away is Mom's Spaghetti.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for that. Because in the back of my head, I'm like, come on, Eminem, you can do this. You can put something together. And I just couldn't quite fit the pieces, but you got it.
Carl messages everyone as they're flying away, break them all. So his own personal mantra is now a mantra for everyone.
At some point, they're going to be able to say it in unison with him.
Ooh, that'll be good. Another scout on the plane is Scarn, disguised as an older man. And Carl's like, it's a bunch of babies? Is this kindergarten cop? Is that what Louis is on this plane?
Look, we got child soldiers. Get over it.
Scarn was the shape-shifting
little boy.
child.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the kid that was, I think in book 4, was in charge of the telescope. Yeah.
Carl and Donut land outside of the castle, and they start sneaking up and just kind of snapping necks and like taking all the soldiers out outside the castle.
Really cool.
It's very lightly protected. They discuss this woman in this castle having no protection, having committed all of her guards to the front lines and spent almost all of her money just to play in this game.
What an asshole.
What a piece of shit.
I'm curious as to why it said, like, oh, this woman in this castle. But they've been doing nothing but fighting Cicathians. So it's like, well, it's not like it's a surprise who it is.
I still think it was. I think that he was trying to make it feel like we were going after the queen of the Naga, the sepsis whore.
Right.
And that's why they were saying her and she, but not saying who this person was, because he was doing a little bit of a bait and switch.
I guess to me, if they were going after the Naga, there would have been more literature to that effect.
Right.
Because that's such an important target.
Yeah, I think there would have been more like gaps filled about why this is important, but I'm kind of with Grant. Like, I thought it was that when I first read it. But again, we're dumb.
I wouldn't say that.
I just did twice.
I wouldn't say it either, but you keep saying it about me. They enter the headquarters of the Prism. This is Empress Donatia's faction. And once again, Baroness Victory reappears looking sad. She says that their second trench move should be considered offensive magic. They filled the trench with water and acid, and everyone's just jumping in there. She says it's like a bloodbath. But I think she's more sad, not about all those people dying there, but about what's about to happen with Empress Donatia.
Okay, because this is where I'm dumb, because I couldn't get like what she was so sad and sour-faced about. Because, see, he was telling Carl, like, you're too smart for your own good. Because that's usually something people say when something's about to backfire on you.
Right.
And that's not what happens. And her like, well, that should be considered offensive. But
we need to reevaluate the definition of defensive magic or whatever.
But it's like, well, it's not. And if it was, it wouldn't have been allowed. And these other assholes were able to do that with the rot stickers to us. So, pick your face up. What are you coming down on us about?
Right?
I was like, I'm confused. But often when something happens and I'm like, I don't get that, there'll be a chapter later that will explain it.
Right.
But at the time, I'm
But
just
here
like,
it doesn't do it. Yeah. So
yeah, but it might come later. But at the time, I was like, what's your problem?
maybe there's comeuppance for this, or maybe she feels like Denadia has enough goodwill in the galaxy that this isn't going to be viewed in the same marketing lens that Carl envisions it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's possible.
Yeah.
And she said, like, maybe that's why he's too smart for his own good. And
then-
strategizing her downfall.
Could be everything you're saying. So, hey, say that then. Maybe if killing her is bad optics and we shouldn't do it, as our adjutant, speak up about that. Don't be so cryptic.
I just want to say that, so we have notes that Grant writes, and when you write Baroness Victory gazoos in looking sad.
I didn't say it this time. I still read the same notes.
No,
yeah.
but
no, you've turned gazoo into a verb now.
He verbicized gazoo, which I appreciate. But I gotta say, like, try to review the notes before we go in, and Grant he types like somebody who has one finger that's missing. And it's just ridiculous.
Someone asked me, "Oh, can you put your notes up?" And I'm like,
No, they're real
I'm
bad.
embarrassed that you guys have to see this.
I go in and I try
to clean them up.
We both do. This time, my favorite thing, I cleaned up 3 instances of the word soldier because you spelled it dolder. And then the fourth one I didn't have to change to I didn't have to change from dolder because it was spelled folder. It was great. Sorry.
No one needs to know this, guys. I could maintain my, integrity.
Patreon.com/HelloCrawlers.
It's a team effort. We appreciate that you put in the initial work.
Yes.
Well, Baroness Victory's looking sad. Carl puts on the ring of divine suffering and calls out to entrance to Denadia, "You have visitors!" And it ends the chapter. And then we get a really interesting chapter. This one's called Milk. And we start with Milk, the cookbook author, hearing explosions and waking up in a bed of hay.
And she was the one who was always talking about like your community and like cooking a stew. And she had all these like great entries about,
Potion craft, especially
potion craft, but also like getting power from the people around you and sharing. And just like every time there was an entry from Milk, I remember throughout the series going, oh, fuck yeah. Like Crawler Milk. Oh, yes. And then here's a fucking flashback about Milk or an interlude about Milk.
Yeah, it is a flashback to the events of Floor 5, which was the Bubble World, I believe.
Yeah, in book 4.
Yeah, this is book 4. And what we're seeing is there's a bunch of explosions going on. Milk waking up inside of her guild hall. She's now completed her crawl, and she's in her indentured servitude to the crawl, where she is guild master of 2 different guilds, the Guild of Calligraphy and the Guild of Cartography. These are hidden rooms within Club Vanquisher, we learn, and no one uses cartography or calligraphy. No one visits her. She's isolated and alone, making it all the more tragic what you're saying.
Yeah, she's pretty much given up, and she's like starving herself. And they're like, oh, if you fucking starve yourself, cool, we'll just add more seasons to your indentureship.
Yeah, how long is her indentureship?
They say at the very end that she has 333 times that she needs to be visited.
And she's only had 6.
And she's had 6.
And she's been in there for years.
So this is never going to end, it seems. But something very interesting happens. She's woken up with all this commotion and explosions and things going on outside. She smells the stench of a demon. She hears Mantars out there. She feels a slight sense of danger, something she says she hasn't felt in a long, long time. And she mentions that no one ever really comes into her room. And then we hear outside in the hallway, "Pony, stop!" And we hear Prepotente scream. And then we hear the full name of Prepotente, which is Prepotente Lorenzo de la Rosa. And that's where we realize, we're in a flashback when we learned that Miriam Dom had vampirism and she was no longer allowed in Club Vanquisher. So Prepotente threw an absolute shit fit and destroyed a lot of the club.
Mm-hmm.
This is that same instance, but this is from the perspective of Milk. And right as she's hearing all of this, they burst in the door into her room. She's like, how'd they find our hidden room? I guess probably props to Prepotente, who seems to have a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
That kid can do anything. And we getting his full Italian name.
Yeah.
What is it with those pet biscuits that turns everybody British?
I've always wondered that because nobody's fucking Donut isn't British.
No,
but she's got a British accent. Prepotente is Italian.
Right. With Donut, I was like, all right, she watches a lot of TV and maybe thinking, okay, if I'm upper crust, I must be British.
I'm a princess.
Yeah. But
putting on airs.
Yeah, putting on airs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all affectation. But Prepotente, it's like, why does he speak with a British accent?
Yeah, probably just a choice Jeff made.
Yeah.
So Matt's probably going to kill off Prepotente because he doesn't like how Jeff's doing the voice.
No! Oh, he's one of my favorite characters.
Of course.
So Milk, we learn, is a winged xenopus, which is, as Prepotente is very quick to encyclopedia drop knowledge on us about, is a clawed frog. Which, if you look up xenopus, that is indeed a clawed frog. This is her current form. She's a winged clawed frog, but she was formerly a vesper. I didn't actually look up what a vesper is.
I don't think there's any information about what a vesper was.
It's a scooter, but
It's a scooter.
Hey, you drive that vesper down the road?
Bianca is startled by Milk and bursts out flame trying to burn her. Milk is quick to scrawl some sort of ward spell on her skin to protect herself, but still gets singed a bit by demon flame. What's that called?
Sheol flame.
Sheol flame.
Yeah.
Pretty bad, but Miriam Dom shows kindness and goes and puts a salve. I learned the term salve on Milk's arm, something that Milk hasn't experienced, like being kind to an NPC.
This made me sad for Miriam Dom,
right?
All over again.
All over again.
You miss Miriam Dom.
What a great character she was.
I always liked her so much.
Yeah.
Well, we already have a healer in Amani. We don't need a Miriam Dom.
But just also to see
Kidding.
But just to also see Prepotente in a place where his mom was still alive.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much loaded into this scene. Milk, who is one of my favorite cookbook authors for her entries, and it feels like a very at home space. It's a very comfortable place where everything was a little bit more okay. And I know Milk is dissolving away into depression.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know, there was something kind of warm to me about this whole scene.
Well, even in Milk's depression, this is something to kind of lift her out of it.
Yeah, it really is. And she's even going, oh God, I hope you don't threaten me because then I'd have to give you these maps.
Oh, I would hate if you stole this information you need. And
yeah, I think her prompting them was a nice little reminder of that act of rebellion of a former cookbook author. A reason she would be a cookbook author. Maybe there is going to be a bit of punishment that comes her way from this, but she still is a little bit defiant to help fellow crawlers, and it does help them get out. There's also a brief line about Prepotente by Miriam Dom when you start talking about a xenopus, that she says, Prepotente has a massive encyclopedic knowledge in his brain, but doesn't know how to wield it.
He was recently gifted a massive...
Right. Okay, that's a better way to phrase it.
He doesn't also know how to wield tact. I don't think anybody walks away from a conversation with him without feeling insulted.
Yeah.
even when it's completely not necessary. Oh, yeah, no, I know exactly what you are. It's so disgusting. It's like, God damn it, man. I wish Miriam Dawn was still alive to teach him how to, like, cut off and not say that last part of things.
It's a new Netflix show, Goats on the Spectrum.
Yeah.
It's going to be about him.
Again, his name, Prepotente, is Italian for stubborn. So
Okay.
I don't think that could be helped.
Well, I think this lends credence to the fan theory out there that Prepotente was potentially seeded with a bunch of Wikipedia knowledge, whereas Donut was seeded with a buku of television knowledge.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And there's a lot of crossover between the two.
Yeah.
But which one is better?
That's
Both
still debatable.
A know-it-all or just a glam queen.
Yeah, you get all of Wikipedia, and hear me out, you get all of TV tropes.
So Milk's is a class cartographer, race Xenopus Vesper, level 73, went out on the 10th floor, runs now those 2 guilds, and she needs to have serviced people 333 times in the guild, and she's only done 6. She's currently indentured in the dungeon. So now we know that there's another cookbook crawler currently in this world on the floor.
In play, yeah. So at some point, either her, Milk, or Prepotente could gift the Princess Posse with some really good maps.
See, it's interesting that Prepotente has like all the secret access to entrances and exits in Club Vanquisher, and Carl has that now because he got it from the Divine Suffering guy.
The Nightworm.
So now, yeah, Nightworm.
Was that his name?
I think something like that. Nightworm.
Yeah.
And so now that they both have all the secret entrances to those 2 clubs between them.
Yeah. This also is a really cool scene because it shows you that not only are there like maybe more cookbook authors around that you just don't know of, you also just never know when they might pop up.
Right.
You know, like there are. So she's in the dungeon now.
She's hiding in the walls.
She's in this season's dungeon somewhere. Who else is around? Like all we know about like the ones that came with all the former crawlers were 3, right? It's Tippett, it's Rosetta, and
Justice Light.
Justice Light. Yeah. So we know about those
up in space or something.
Right. But we know about 3 in the dungeon right now. We just found out about 4th. Are there more maybe indentured somewhere?
Is there another crawler that's also a simultaneous concurrent author? Well, if they split the book in 2 and someone else has a book.
Yeah, I never thought there might be like another author on the same floor of a different book.
Yeah, maybe there's just a second book running around. Anyway, we jump into this final chapter, and I just want to ask what you think of this chapter, Martin.
So within each book, we get at least 1 or 2, sometimes 3 of these delicious chapters. And it was feeling like this book was light on those. We had one before. I forgot what it was that happened earlier.
Again, we're like a third of the way through this book.
Right.
It's a huge book.
Yeah, it is a huge book. But this is one of those chapters that you just don't forget.
Yeah.
It makes, all of it, just like it's a huge payoff, and it's unexpected, and it's the She Maria stuff was the other one.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this is just like, this gets your blood going because we had a lot of setup and our heroes getting beat back, and they're finally starting to make some headway. But this right here was like, okay, you put a pin in this part right here.
It's a payoff to a bunch of stuff that was set up, but also like character building payoff. Where people, you could see how they've changed.
Yeah.
And you could see how those changes are kind of rubbing up against each other in conflicting ways.
Yeah. And it's one where, like, when the last sentence was read, I was,
brutal. Yeah. It's so good.
Brutal.
So they enter into Donatia's prism throne room. They are informed that they would need to hold this for 6 hours once they've secured the room just to them in order to claim the throne room. They kill the guards easily, except for there's this one rhino guard that they don't kill, they do subdue and knock out and tie up, potentially to turn over to their faction after they kill Donatia, I would assume.
He's like that rhinoceros samurai guy.
Mm-hmm. So as they're about to enter the room, Carl's like, all right, Donut, rattle off for me all of what Donatia has. And she starts listing off all these skills that she has, a bunch of magic and teleport abilities that are useless right now.
Right. She's got a gun.
And yeah, Carl's like, okay. He tosses in a smoke bomb, tosses in some banger spheres that hit her a few times. And then they walk in and immediately a bolt comes trying to go into his neck. And she goes,
shoulder.
And she's like, oh, whoops, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't a gun. It was a crossbow. Sorry.
And he's like, donut. And then it's like a freeze frame, music and credits.
But yeah, the shields are making everything bounce off.
Yeah. Donatia is not at 100% health.
Mm-hmm.
And Carl realizes that she's intentionally injured herself below 100%, like she bit a cuticle down or something.
No, she had a knife. She was stabbing herself.
She's just gently a little cutting.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so that he couldn't mark her with a ring because she knows better. She knows Carl's going to mark her with that ring. And
I mean, she has to know she's going to die either way.
Yeah, what's she doing?
She sure as hell pleads, though.
Oh, well, yeah.
Deliciously.
She sure does act like she didn't just try to shoot him with a crossbow.
And then this turns kind of brutal. Like the description here gets like pretty heavy.
It gets fucking dark.
And so he has Donut and Carl have the clockwork Mongos go and attack and rip at her to rip away the shields off of her body and then strip her naked of her clothes. And she's tentacles bleeding and she's unclothed and naked and beaten down.
And begging for her life.
And I just think of the description of this scene, and then I think of Jamal the shark and the cutesy little bears and shit that came out earlier, the folksy shit. I'm like, what a contrast here we have between how heavy and like dark this is and those silly goober moments.
Well, the silly goober moments kind of they pull your guard down.
Yeah.
So when you get to something like this, it gets through. And it gets to you.
It's a complete removal of any kind of armor you might have against this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when it hits really fucking hard. This reminds me, like reading this, I felt the same way I did when I was 8 years old watching The Dark Crystal, and they stripped the Chamberlain Skeksis and like took all of his fucking clothes and killed him essentially, or subjugated him, or I forget exactly like what they did, but they like that guy was trying to gain power, and again I'm talking about like some fucking Muppet shit, right?
Yeah.
But I was 8 years old, and that was a really big deal for me. So like they strip all of his clothes off and they humiliate him and then they exile him, you know. And this scene as an adult man hit me the same way as that one did when I was 8.
I totally get that.
Mm-hmm.
I might have felt that way, but I was like, oh, this seems like maybe it's a little more than she deserves, but not really.
Right.
Like
there's a
real justification for doing everything they did.
The rest of the
intentional brutality, right?
Yeah.
The rest of the scene, she earns her treatment. You know, like everything that Carl says.
Yeah.
I'm on board. Like he wins me over, but I'm still kind of appalled at it.
Yeah, no, you hate to see someone, even someone you don't like, you know, stripped and bloodied like that. It was something about stripping her clothes off that made it that extra like, Oh, I know.
Yeah,
Even
it's
killing
like when
people.
Cersei in Game of Thrones is fully stripped and made to like walk
Yeah.
through the town, and you're like, there's intentional humiliation that's going on here, and you see the power differential between Carl and Donadia. She's weak, and we don't like to see this underdog, even with how much of a villain they are, treated in such a way. But Carl really tries to emphasize that there's a reason he's doing this, not just because of her, although he really hates her.
He does say that she does need to be made an example of.
Well, the thing is, like, they have to strip her because that's where her force field is coming from. So it wasn't just let's strip you to embarrass you in front of everybody. You know, there was a reason behind that.
Right.
I feel like everything that's done, at least for me, it was mitigated by the fact that Carl was doing this to show everybody else, like as an example.
Right.
Like if he was doing it just to do it, I'd be like,
It's
damn,
sadistic,
dude,
right?
Yeah,
It's sending a message.
Yeah, sending a message. But there's that point where his anger at her, and even though he's explaining it, I was like, your anger at her feels disproportionate to, even though he's justifying it. I was like, no, every example he brought up, I was like, I feel like those are more hated people.
Right.
But
you're losing control.
I was like, you're kind of losing it here.
He yells out, "This is what happens in the end to all tyrants, big and small."
This is what happens when you fuck somebody in the ass, Donnie. Big Lebowski. Should watch that.
If they don't know Kobayashi Maru, they're not going to know Big Lebowski.
He wasn't yelling at Donnie. He was yelling at the guy who stole his car, right? And
There's a deeper message.
And his Credence tapes.
There's forces that are arriving outside. Louis notes them and is like, "Hey, do you want me to attack these guys?" And Carl's like, stand down for right now. Just go ahead and stand down. We also see that Nahit, that's the Naga journalist who Carl stabs with a pen in the neck in Crawlcon in book 5, is now the adjutant for Princess Donadia. He shows up, doesn't really say anything, but they give him a hard time anyway.
Mostly hisses. See, and this is that beauty of having Donut right there. Oh, is this the guy? I was like, damn it, she should have been there with Architect Houston.
And Carl's like, man, how's the neck?
Yeah. Can you be my hype man that just talks shit about everyone for me?
Yeah. Is that the guy? Yeah, that's the guy.
That's the one.
Oh.
Carl and Donut remind Princess Donadia about Signet. They said, "Do you remember Signet? You told her that her family isn't real." And this is very much Carl coming as a champion of the NPCs and humanizing them, similar to what we just saw Miriam Dom do, where she treats Milk as a living being worthy of care and compassion. Carl is exacting vengeance on behalf of an NPC, and that messaging also has to speak volumes to the galaxy.
Dude,
sure.
Yeah, this, like him saying that and then going on to say, and then you spent all your money to come in here and kill people like me. That was like, all right, yeah, just humiliate her. Like do you have an amplification table? Let's do that. Like I'm on board. Do as cruel a fucking punishment to her as possible.
Well, plus his big thing is, you acted like you were our friend, because she's like, remember me, I'm your friend. It's like, no, you acted like that.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you're worse than all these other people. I was like,
and you're still trying to.
Right. And I was like, she's not really, but yeah, I guess.
So when Carl's anger here spikes in a way that it's never spiked before, he said he felt anger, white fury anger in all 3 of his eyes, including his chest tattoo.
Yeah.
And that it burned with such an intense rage, more than anything with Frank Q and Maggie Mai and any of that other stuff.
Or the Maestro.
Is this rational?
No.
Is this Carl losing his shit?
Yes.
In something that shouldn't, it's more petty. Like, we can be like, yeah, we can see being mad, but not this fucking mad.
I mean, even
proportionally,
even with Princess Donadia, where she's like, well, I was doing this for my people. You know, shitty as she is, there is some of that where, but yeah, it just seemed like, dude, what
This is showing like further corruption of his character.
Yes.
And a lot of that has to do with his, where they are and what they're having to do from day to day. But some of it's probably that ring he has to wear.
That's the thing, because he's got so many different things going on between the ring and the jacket and the spider inside, and the pressure of having the doomsday devices, plural.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, it's funny because for a while it was seeming like he had a handle on it. But you come to this and it's like he is cracking around the seams and he doesn't realize it. And even to the point where Donut's like, hey, back off. And he's like, no, I changed my mind. I want to do this. I'm like,
And she fucking says, you're scaring me. Like, you are scaring me, Carl.
You're scaring me.
Yeah.
Well, I guess then my big question here is, like, we can see a justification for how he treats her, but I remember in book 5, there was the one alien he finds in the woods that falls out of the tree, and then he like just brutally like beats the guy to death, right? And he's like, I need to make an example of this person for everyone watching. And it was his rage kind of getting out of control. And here we see it again. And is this the way, the brutality of like what we're seeing here, is this kind of like a Breaking Bad moment where we're being pulled in and still trying to make justifications for Carl maybe going a bit above and beyond?
I don't think we're at the Breaking Bad point yet.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm wondering if there's a little bit more of a gray.
I see what you're saying, though.
Yeah, where maybe there's going to be a point where we
because
stop.
with Walter White, there were a number of little things where we were just like, well,
yeah, you keep making an excuse for things, and suddenly you're left with Donald Trump as president.
I think
you just had to go there, didn't you?
Someone is never watching our show again.
Stop it. Donald Trump was an asshole from day one.
Yeah, he was a piece of shit. I think the brilliance of characters like Walter White and like Vic Mackey are that you kind of keep rooting for them even after they're irredeemable. And I don't think Carl has become irredeemable.
Yeah, exactly. And Vic Mackey was irredeemable from the end of episode 1.
They start him out as irredeemable.
Yes. And yet you follow him and you're like, I'm not rooting for this guy, but I am rooting for him to not get caught. What am I doing? I don't understand.
But you're also rooting for him to get his comeuppance. And when the fucking when that whole season or the whole series ends,
one of the best series finales of all time.
Amazing. The Shield is amazing. I started watching fucking what is it, Walter White, Breaking Bad. I started watching Breaking Bad and got to like the 3rd season and went, this is just doing what the Shield did 10 years ago and not as good. So I just started watching the Shield again. And just went through
That's bold to say.
That is bold to say.
I'm sorry.
Because I love both.
I do too, honestly. But fuck, man, the Shield was
crazy. No, that ending where you're just like, okay, it's either going to be this or it's going to be this. And they found something that was different. And it's like, that's worse than both of those. Wow.
And that show suffers because it was still around when they were like, oh, we need like 20 fucking episodes for a season. Yeah. And there's a lot of like filler shit. But man, when it's good, it's great. And then they bring on like Forrest Whitaker, and then they bring on Glenn Close. God.
What was amazing about the Forrest Whitaker episode is like, there's every reason you should be rooting for Forrest Whitaker to catch this corrupt cop. And yet you can't help but root against Forrest Whitaker the whole time.
Sorry, this just became
I know.
There's a lot of people who've never watched this show and they're like, what are you guys talking about?
Oh, well, they should watch it. Watch The Shield.
Well, I guess I just kind of wanted to posit that there is something that goes a little bit beyond what I think all three of us are comfortable with our hero, Carl, and how he behaves in this scene. And I think that's by design. I think we're intentionally supposed to start questioning a little bit our leader and wondering how many of these outside forces are corrupting him here.
Right. And what's going to be the next thing? But I never considered, until you guys just brought it up now, how this might be viewed by the rest of the galaxy. Because sometimes that happens where you're rooting, you're on somebody's side, but then they go too far and then
everyone's
like,
watching,
well, I don't know.
Everyone's watching Donut check him in real time, right? Like he's going, and they're like, This is the Carl that we made fake videos of in the first floor, acting like he was a loony.
Right. That's right. When everybody was like, I don't know, you seem crazy to me.
Now he is that guy.
These are the videos that made Hecla think he was a Looney Tunes with a like, what was it?
Laughing in blood. And
a historic. I don't know, like somebody who could get
propaganda.
Right. There was a lot of propaganda about how his anger was just crazy and unchecked.
Right.
Right. He could just fly
like
off
he was
the handle.
bloodthirsty.
Right. So like, oh, just a little push. We get you to attack us and then we kill you and take Donut. You know, he's kind of becoming that.
Mm-hmm.
Carl hears his mom once again. It's so loud, Carl. It's so loud. To which he says out loud after hearing his mom in his head, quiet.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, sure enough, Donut checks him. Donut's like, please stand down. You're too angry in this moment. And Carl says he feels himself at the edge. He's at that precipice, and he makes the conscious effort to step back from that and allows Donut to handle the situation.
He's telling her, I want to do it. I'm going to fucking do this.
Yeah, I changed my mind. Let me do this. And I'm like, no. Yeah, he kind of Mel Gibson's out for a second.
He starts calling her a Jew.
Says sugar tits?
Is that what it says? Sugar tits? Fucking
really
Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson's a piece of shit. Braveheart.
But luckily he does back off and let her handle things. And
then her death note. Oh, it's so good. It's like, this is for the pet show. It all comes back to this fucking pet show and how you judged. I think she said something to the effect of like, Mongo, let her know how you feel about her judging on the pet show.
Well, and of the many shitty things Donadia did,
So
we're saying like, I totally voted for Mongo when she didn't. Yeah, I mean, I know it's low on the list of her crimes, but it's indicative of her person. Honestly, as much as I was starting to feel a little bad for her, Donut bringing that up kind of brought me back around to like.
That's the one. That was the straw for you. You're like, nah, Carl, fuck her up.
Well, but she's a total lying backstabber.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it's so two-faced how she smiles out of one side and says how much she loves them and wants to support them. And then she is the embodiment of the corporation that sent that other crawler the device to help go up all the levels, only to trap him there on an ad.
Oh, yeah.
In the last episode,
Everly?
Yeah. She is the same thing.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, we're here to help you. Ha ha ha. No, it's actually all just a game to me.
Mm-hmm.
Your life is trivial. This is fun. And she gets her comeuppance, and there's a trick that Matt plays where we're not sure if we're supposed to feel bad. So.
I mean, I did for maybe a moment.
Or at least worry about the sanity and safety of Carl in this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is that.
Super well played, though, man. What a great chapter. So well written.
It is. But I also go, what's going to happen when he gets to Architect Houston?
Oh, God.
Well, this was a really short amount of book to listen to, and I am pretty confident that we have talked longer than the amount we listened to.
Yeah, maybe.
By far. Folks, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. We want to first remind you that you can help support the show by going to hellocrawlers.com/store and buying some sweet DCC merch and telling your friends all about it, buying them something from the store. I think there's new stuff all the time from Rubio. You can
all
also
the time.
Follow him on his Instagram at John Rubio. And if you have suggestions, hit him up.
And do patreon.com/hellocrawlers to support us as well. If fucking sponsor us, companies, we want to hear you.
Yeah.
Ooh,
and we're open to making guest appearances.
Oh shit,
are we? We gotta make guest appearances now?
Why wouldn't we?
Okay, we'll do it, I guess.
You might have an RPG lit convention and you want us to show up and have a panel or something.
I don't know. Maybe they're like, we'll take you two. This guy in the middle, nah.
Gross.
We also want to thank our crawlers over on Patreon, including a viciously awkward inside joke McDuckerson, Aaron Nightingale, Andy Kogan, Eli, Aldo 69, nice. My last death was shit. Short Necko. Short.
You ain't lying.
Necko. And yes, Barbarian thick romancer. Answer Knox, Brian Gillespie, Caden B, Dave Go Round, Faye. Ferdinand's turban feels racist somehow.
Yes.
Hey, it's Gilbert. It's Barry. I'm sorry for the long names, Grant. Remember, I was over the shirt only. The Gibbons.
Oh, yeah, Barry.
Black women used to wear turbans all the time.
Jack Shepard is appalled. Come on. Kat Crane, Kevin M., Kit Burr, Kittian, Christina Flanders, Lumen, Matt Johnston, Michael Griffith, Michael Trainer, Monta, Noel Mead, Prince Stealthax, Queen Anchunk, Raftify, Riley Parrish, Robert Miller, Seidel Roney. Shit, loss is great if you are into shit shows that age like Milk in the Sun.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Sir Scrimley, walk, Big Gunter, walk. Wendy Canyon, Zenobius, and you down with DCC? Yeah, you know me. Thank you guys all so much for your support. And finally, it's your favorite, really brief segment where I write one sentence about each of these three people and kill them. Death Watch Extreme Dungeon Mayhem. We start off with Aldo Necko, our level 70 barbarian thickermancer who was buried in the dirt. There was a Phil Trench scroll and it buried him. But the earth shook, perhaps from someone doing a daughter's kiss, I don't know. And he broke free of the dirt. He climbed out from the trench to find everything in chaos. His fellow soldiers were charging forward, or soders, or whatever you said. Soldiers.
Dolgers.
Yeah, dolgers or folders.
Yeah, charging forward. It was so loud and blighting, with lights flashing all around him. He activated ear protection and charged into the chaos. He clubbed a prism soldier, cracking open his skull as he drove forward. A new volley of dazzlers launched overhead and rained down over him. A dream elf batted one of these dazzlers out of the sky, rocketing it right back at Aldo and lodging in his skull.
No!
As he dropped onto the battlefield.
God damn it. Did it blind him as it was coming toward him?
He was blinded by the light?
Yeah.
No, it purposely, it was always facing the other way, maybe?
Fuck.
I don't know.
That guy has the worst luck.
He dies every time.
It's weird. Meanwhile, Andy Kogan, our level 50 trash panda junkyard spelunker, awoke in the Madness Field Hospital. If you remembered, his guts were exploded.
Oh yeah, his guts got exploded. And right after you blew his back out and fuck started his head or whatever it was.
A bunch of aliens in masks and white surgical coats worked furiously to stitch his guts together. His HUD still said conscripted. They began welding what looked like massive iron tentacles onto his abdomen.
Oh, fuck, Doc Ock?
He shrieked in pain. His heartbeat spiked. And then he flatlined as everything went white.
Dang. He didn't even get to use the tentacles.
Didn't even get to use them. He just died again.
He's going to be Dr. Octopus.
Yeah.
Maybe. Dr. Raccoon Octopus.
Oh, shit.
Caden B, our level 61 half-orc sommelier, narrowly dodged the falling boulder and charged forward to join the ensuing battle. He leapt into a trench among fellow soldiers as they were being bombarded with crossfire and trebuchet attacks. There were about 50 other soldiers in here, several who looked terrified. Suddenly, there was a massive crash as a gaseous projectile slammed into their trench and began to fill the trench with that gas. His fellow soldiers began coughing and convulsing. Caden quickly put his tongue out and said, tastes like cotton candy. And the smoke, poof, turned into sugary cotton candy. I guess that was a defensive spell, not an offensive one.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Saving everyone in the trench. Everyone, that is, except Caden, whose tongue started to fizzle as his face melted away.
By cotton candy?
Did he get to eat any of the cotton candy?
Yeah, this is like a fate worse than death.
Oh, wait, there's an extra sentence. He did have a bite and said, yum, that's delicious. Strawberry.
Well, that's really sweet.
Yeah, at least he got that.
He's like, gross. It's coconut flavor.
That would be the worst.
Yeah. No one likes coconut.
Banana would be the worst.
It's coconut banana.
No. Oh, well, that's more pina colada, so that's actually good again.
Yeah, that's good.
I'd rather die.
It goes all the way around the bad to become good again.
Folks, thank you so much for all of your support. We will be back next week. Your homework assignment, once again, is Book 7, Chapters 27 through 31. Read to the end of 31. And until next week, what do they do, Barton?
Read, read, read.